Okay, good morning. Welcome back. The slides I'm going to show in this video are linked right above this video if you want to open them and follow along. So, as I mentioned last week, the AP Psychology exam is scheduled for Tuesday, May 19th at 11 a.m. There's going to be two questions, two free response questions. The first question is called a concept application question. We'll be practicing questions like this starting next week. You've seen some before. The second type of question is called a research methods question, and you've seen this before as well, and we're going to practice research methods questions starting today and moving into the end of this week. So to give you an example of what a research methods question would look like, I linked two examples here. So this is one that we did way back in the fall, and you'll actually be doing this one again on Thursday as part of your lesson. Okay, so you're basically asked about three types of psychological research: case study, correlational study, and experiment, and then you discuss one advantage and one disadvantage of each, and then you're given a specific goal, a psychologist who wants to determine the effect of taking vitamin J on improving memory, and you have to go through each method, case study, correlational study, experiment, and talk about how you would use that specific method to study this question. So again, we'll be reviewing this today, starting today. And then here's another common type of research methods question. You're given some sort of table with some data. In this case, you're given the mean and the standard deviation, and you're asked some questions about the dependent variable or the independent variable, what makes the study experimental rather than correlational, and a conclusion the researcher can draw. So these are just two examples. These are common types of questions that will show up for that question number 2, the research methods one. And this whole week is just devoted to practicing this type of question. The AP exam is now 100% open note. So our focus is really going to shift. You're going to have access to any documents, any notes that you would like to use during the exam. So AP Psychology exam is no longer about memorization at all. You really don't have to memorize everything because it's 100% open note. As long as your notes are well organized, which we'll work on over the next month, there's no need to have anything memorized. The only thing that we're going to need to practice is the application. So you don't have to have any of these like definitions that you see here memorized. That's not really worth your time. What's worth our time is actually practicing applying these to novel situations or new situations. So we're going to practice a bunch of these types of questions and just get really good at the structuring of applying a term and a definition. So the focus is much more now on understanding and less on memorizing certain definitions. And the other main thing is the time pressure. So we're not going to do time pressure right away, but at the end of class on Thursday, you will try a research methods question with the time pressure added, just to see what it feels like with the AP timing, to have to look up all the information quickly and apply it quickly with time pressure. So the only real constraint is time, now that you have access to all of your notes. Also, for those of you, there was a video a while back where the head of the Princeton Review was saying that College Board was considering having online proctors so that there would be someone like watching you take the test over a webcam. AP has announced that's no longer going to happen. So if you were concerned or nervous about that, it's not going to happen anymore. You'll have complete privacy as you're taking the exam. You can use online resources or like hard copies of notes. The only real thing we have to practice is being able to write these responses with the time constraint, and also having everything organized so you can easily access your notes in that AP situation where you're operating with a limited amount of time. Okay, thanks for listening.